What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz. Yes, for a Sunday freaking fun day, also known as late Saturday evening. April 30th, 2023 is your Sunday. I wanted to get this out to you a little sooner than Sunday morning. Thought you guys might want some instant reaction to melt into your Saturday evening. I do have a nice little shot of Weller's Special Reserve here. Want to take a toast to the Buckeyes drafted in the 2023 NFL Draft. All six of you. Seems like it should have been more, but here's to you six. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to try not to drone on and on because Sunday night at the 8 p.m. YouTube Live show, me, Jeff, and Sean are going to break down in great detail, like all of the Buckeye picks, where they went, and why that's good. And then we're going to talk about the free agent signings, guys like Ronnie Hickman, who didn't get drafted, Tanner McAllister, guys like that, who Cam Brown, another one, guys that were on that fringe, kind of draftable type. So I won't get into those guys tonight. I really want to talk about the 3 first rounders mostly, and then briefly touch on the other 3 draft picks. So let's do it. So the Buckeyes get 6 overall drafted, 3 in the first round. Big deal. First team, first school, Ohio State University, to 90 first round draft picks, better than anybody in the country. So a little feather in the cap there, maybe not so little. Definitely going to be used as a recruiting tool, as it should. But let's start with CJ. Number 2 overall to the Texans. We still haven't gotten that elusive number 1 quarterback. I really thought CJ was the guy. I don't know how you draft a 5'10-ish. 5'10 is like max height if Bryce Young's wearing heels. Anyways, he can run around. Happy for you. I'll take CJ Stroud all day long and twice on Sundays, which is what most NFL teams did not see. So CJ goes 2. Paris Johnson, the tackle, goes 6. And then Jackson goes number 20 to Seattle. Sorry for JSN. Goes from Texas to Ohio to Seattle. Texas kid. But we almost had QB1, LT1, and WR1 in this draft. Should have, but anyway, let's not get into semantics here. CJ Stroud, top 2 overall pick. You can't complain about that. You got to enjoy that and be happy for CJ. Despite all the rumors and slander that came out last week, I love how all these teams are denying it. The Colts, even the Texans, are like denying it. No, it wasn't us. Why would we do that? We're just going to pick him. Fucking assholes. That's why I don't like the NFL, man. There's a bunch of backstabbing cocksuckers. Pardon my French, but it is Saturday night, so please give me a little license here. CJ, little technical issue. No. CJ becomes the highest drafted Buckeye quarterback ever. Passes Art Schlichter, that dirtbag. 4th Buckeye ever to go in the number 2 pick slot. You got Chase Young, Nick Bosa, and a Jim McDonald from 1938. So there's that. Seems like he's in good company. I don't know Jim, but he's got an awesome name. Probably had some awesome McDonald's franchises, but even better football player. So Ohio State's 4th first-round quarterback, 3rd in the last 5 years. That's saying something. 3rd in the last 5 years. Justin Fields, Dwayne Haskins, obviously, the other guys. I think CJ is going to go on to do great things. It's really just a matter of what kind of support system and weapons does he have on the outside? Do they bring in an offensive line that's not going to, be like Justin Fields' Chicago Bears offensive line, just has him on his back, running for his life every down. So we'll see. Best of luck to CJ, though. Let's talk Paris Johnson. He went next at number 6 by the Cardinals. So second Buckeye off the board, highest drafted Ohio State offensive tackle since Orlando Pace. That's been a minute or so. First Ohio State tackle to go in the first round since Taylor Decker in 2016. And he's like basically played since he got on campus. He got snaps in the Sugar Bowl win over Clemson in 2020. Also played in the championship game against Bama. He had 26 consecutive starts and unanimous All-American, obviously. First Buckeye drafted by the Cardinals since Beanie Wells in 2009. So it's been quite a while there too. I did not know this until Friday that his dad was drafted by the Cardinals in the 5th round in 1999. That's pretty awesome. So he said he's coming there to finish what his dad started. So excellent. Good luck. I think you're getting a 10-year starter at left tackle, probably a Pro Bowler, and an even better guy than a football player. So his foundation is very important to him. He started that in high school. How many kids can you say that about? Not many. So, and he can continue to carry that on through his high school or college career. So, great guy, deserves everything that comes to him. And best of luck in Phoenix. You're going to love Scottsdale. I know I did when I was there briefly. Stories. Let's talk about that Sunday night with Jeff and Sean. They have some stories. Saturday night. This is Saturday night. Daily Blitz. Don't get used to it. Anyway, JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, selected by Seattle in the number 20 pick overall. Again, another first rounder. So all 3 of Ohio State's wide receivers from the 21 class are now officially first round draft picks. JSN was the first wide receiver selected in the draft. So WR1, third first round receiver in a 2-year span. So in the last 2 years, we've had 3 first rounders. Seems all right. Brian Hartline definitely is going to be tweeting that out. Broke Ohio State's single season school records he had 95 catches for 1,600 yards. That was 2 years ago, by the way. Didn't play much last year. He had 2 years ago, again, 15 catches, 347, and 3 touchdowns in the Rose Bowl. That was good. That was his last full game as a Buckeye. So, yeah, I don't know. I looked at all these receivers that were in the draft, and I don't know how anybody was even close to him. And I think it's interesting that he fell to 20. It seems like he fell, right? I mean, just because he didn't play a season. I mean, you're messing with people's money when you start doing the slander against CJ, or you assume that a guy that tried to come back from a hamstring injury multiple times and it didn't work out. He pushed too hard. It's obvious. And then you push him down to 20. Seems like he should have gone much sooner, like at least 15. But anyways, I'm not a draft expert, just giving my opinion. So as far as the rest of the Buckeyes, you got Zach Harrison goes in the 3rd round, pick number 75 to Atlanta. And then you got DeJuan Jones, round 4, pick number 111 to the Browns. Luke Whippler, round 6, pick number 190 to the Browns again. So interesting, the Browns are loading up on in-state talent, where that was more of the Bengals The Bengals used to do that more often, and to their success, obviously. But I gotta wonder what happened with Dewan. Was it the Senior Bowl stuff? Because he like kicked ass on the first day, beat everybody in one-on-one drills, then just like left, fucking ghosted the place. Like, what are you doing? You know, he was measured and weighed and all that stuff. Didn't do much at Ohio State's pro day. You know, didn't show off his athleticism. Uh, I don't know. The guy, I think the guy made some bad decisions or got some bad advice, and a lot of times it's the bad advice. If nobody's giving you direction, like an agent or a coach, then what's the kid? The kid doesn't have any sense of purpose or what to do next. You know, so it seems like I mean, how many people were initially projecting him at the end of the first round or early second, you know, but to go into fourth, geesh, yeah, you probably should have stayed at the Senior Bowl, and you probably should have done more at the pro day. Probably should have done more at the combine. A lot of, we see this a lot though. These guys make bad decisions when they're left, you know, without the structure of the college environment and just to make their own decisions. Anyway, and then Luke Whippler, he must have got some really bad advice to enter the draft already, because best case scenario, he would have been a third round pick, best case, and he goes in the sixth round. That's not great, Bob. I know he did well in the pro day and combines, you know, physically he tested well. Not good enough, obviously. He's fucking sixth round. So probably should have come back for that extra year. But I mean, I don't hold anything against him. I get it. You know, at least you're in the league. But remember, a lot of these guys that are drafted rounds 5, 6, 7, many times do not make the team, you know, and they get into a free agent contract situation, you know, and moved around and shuffled around, practice squads, all that. And I hope he can hang on. I hope he can. Same with Dewan. Seems like Dewan should probably, you know, tighten up on the eating. He's definitely over 400 pounds. I didn't say that. But anyway, that's all I got for you tonight. Quick daily blitz on the Buckeyes. And it's an early blitz. Hey, get blitzed early. I am, obviously. I already did a shot. I'm on my third drink here. Got a vodka and sour mix. I make my own sour mix. Thank you very much. Hit me up for the recipe if you'd like it. Smooth. Anyways, this is what happens on a Saturday night in my house. Joe gets toasty and turns on the camera. You don't know what can happen. Anyways, appreciate you guys. Check out the show tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, YouTube Live. Subscribe, hit the bell, all that, you know, thumbs up, whatever. Talk to you tomorrow. Go Bucks.